for all of those of you who are confused about where I'm from and why I speak two languages, I grew up speaking two languages, and again, my family lives in Spain.
Hilaria Baldwin is reacting to claims that she faked her Spanish heritage. She posted an Instagram video writing, "I've seen chatter online questioning my identity and culture. This is something I take very seriously. And for those who are asking, I'll reiterate my story as I've done many times before. I was born in Boston and grew up spending time with my family between Massachusetts and Spain. My parents and sibling live in Spain, and I chose to live here in the USA. We celebrate both cultures in our home. Alec and I are raising our children bilingual, just as I was raised. This is very important to me. I understand that my story is a little different, but it is mine, and I am very proud of it." While Hilaria says she was born in Boston, her profile on the Casting Association of America states that she was born in Mallorca, Spain, and raised in Boston, Massachusetts. In the video, the 36-year-old further clarified the situation, further explaining how she speaks both Spanish and English, and how she used to go by both Hillary and Hilaria, depending on which country she was in, and went on to consolidate and chose to just go by Hilaria later in life.
My name. So when I was growing up, and in this country, I would use the name Hillary, and in Spain, I would use the name Hilaria. And my family, like my parents, they call me Hilaria. My whole family call me Hilaria. And it was something that was always kind of like I see other people do it, and it always kind of bothered me that like neither name sounded good in the other language. So I would, use one or the other. When I was a dancer, I would use that. In American high school, I would do that. And then, a handful of years before I met Alec, I decided to consolidate the two because it was just like so many documents said so many different things. And at least, like even things like going and picking up a prescription, I'd be like, I don't know what you have on file. So I consolidated and I identify more with Hilaria because that's what my family calls me. And I don't know, but one of the things I love about what my parents called me is that it means happy. It means happy in both languages. I think that we can all be really like clear that it's the same name, just like a few letters different. So I think we shouldn't be so upset about it. And if whatever you guys want to call me, I will respond to both.
According to NBC News, a public records search says that she was born Hillary Hayward Thomas and registered to vote under that name in New York until 2008. Hilaria also further commented that she is white and grew up with two different cultures.
I'm somebody who I feel really lucky that I grew up with two cultures. I grew up speaking two languages. I grew up, did I always do it well, through your awkward years and, trying to be more this or be more that. I've said some things about like, oh, she's a white girl. Yes, I am a white girl. I am a white girl. And let's be very clear that Europe, has a lot of white people in there. And my family is white. I'm, ethnically, I am a mix of many, many, many things. Culturally, I grew up with the two cultures. So it's really as simple as that.
Her husband, Alec Baldwin, also seemingly spoke out about the allegations, sharing a video which he captioned, "Consider the source."
Pizzagate, Epstein, you're on Epstein's flight log, wrong. All those things you read where people were trying to lacquer me with accusations about things. And I've lived through years of people saying things which were true, that I am responsible for, that I brought on myself. I have only myself to blame. And then things that are not true, at all. And I won't bother getting into a whole litany about that. And then they write things about people I know, friends, colleagues, people I love, family members, my siblings. They write things, a lot of it not true, not true. Some of it true, a lot of it not true. And I just want to say to people that, as a quick little thought, which is that you got to consider the source.
Alec's daughter, Ireland Baldwin, who he shares with ex Kim Basinger, also defended Hilaria in multiple Instagram stories, calling the allegations sad and pathetic.
I'm just going to get this over with and just say a couple of things. Number one, please stop sending me this stupid ass thread. It's so pathetic that anyone would want to play detective and dig that deep into someone's life that they don't know anything about, don't know how they were raised, who they were actually raised by. It's just kind of sad and pathetic. And also, it's like the holidays, people are depressed, people are going through a lot. I know I'm going through a lot personally. And, the last thing we really need to do is start and gossip about something that is just so stupid.
Ireland also commented on Hilaria's most recent Instagram post, writing in part, "I wish people had the chance to know you and know your story the way that I do, rather than from a fabricated 9-hour-long Instagram story. I think you are an incredible mom and inspiration. I know what it's like to have a really awful piece of woman in your place trying to be my stepmom. And I thank God often that the stars aligned and I wound up with a stepmom like you. I had the best time of my life dancing with your chosen family that flew all the way here from Spain to party at your wedding. I love you, and I find it really sad that people have the time that they do to play detective and make up a lot of lies and fabricate a lot of truths to fit a story." The update comes after a Twitter user claimed in a now viral tweet that Hilaria has been perpetrating a, quote, decade-long grift where she impersonates a Spanish person, end quote, and also claims that she had been faking her Spanish accent.